Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, U.S. Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. Well, in today's video, we will be talking about U.S. immigrants' demand protection for immigrants shielded from deportation. The demand for protection of immigrants shielded from deportation is reaching a critical point in the United States. Advocates and community leaders are urging comprehensive reforms to safeguard individuals under programs like DACA and TPS, who contribute to their communities while living in fear of sudden removal. As legal uncertainties loom, the voices of those affected are rising, calling for action to ensure their safety and stability. If you are interested in this, so to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Immigrants who grew up in the United States after being brought here illegally as children will be among demonstrators outside a federal courthouse in New Orleans on Thursday as 3 appellate judges hear arguments over the Biden administration's policy shielding them from deportation. At stake in the long legal battle playing out at the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals is the future of about 535,000 people who have long established lives in the U.S., even though they don't hold citizenship or legal residency status, and they live with the possibility of eventual deportation. No matter what is said and done, I choose the U.S. and I have the responsibility to make it a better place for all of us, Grace Martinez Rosas said Wednesday. She is a beneficiary of the policy and a leader of the advocacy group United We Dream. She plans to travel from Arizona to attend a rally near the court, where hundreds of the policy's supporters are expected to gather. The panel hearing arguments won't rule immediately. Whatever they decide, the case will almost certainly wind up at the U.S. Supreme Court. Former President Barack Obama first put the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program in place in 2012, citing inaction by Congress on legislation aimed at giving those brought to the U.S. as youngsters a path to legal status and citizenship. Years of litigation followed. President Joe Biden renewed the program in hopes of winning court approval. But in September 2023, U.S. District Judge Andrew Hanen in Houston said the executive branch had overstepped its authority in creating the program. Hanen barred the government from approving any new applications, but left the program intact for existing recipients, known as Dreamers, during appeals. Defenders of the policy argue that Congress has given the executive branch's Department of Homeland Security authority to set immigration policy, and that the states challenging the program have no basis to sue. They cannot identify any harms flowing from DACA, Nina Perales, vice president of the Mexican-American Legal Defense and Education Fund, said in a news conference this week. Texas is leading a group of Republican-dominated states challenging the policy. The Texas Attorney General's office did not respond to an emailed interview request, but in briefs they and other challengers claim the states incur hundreds of millions of dollars in healthcare, education, and other costs when immigrants are allowed to remain in the country illegally. The other states include Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Nebraska, South Carolina, West Virginia, Kansas, and Mississippi. Among those states' allies in court briefs is the Immigration Reform Law Institute. Congress has repeatedly refused to legalize DACA recipients, and no administration can take that step in its place, the group's executive director, Dale L. Wilcox, said in a statement earlier this year. The panel hearing the case consists of Judges Jerry Smith, nominated to the 5th Circuit by former President Ronald Reagan, Edith Brown Clement, nominated by former President George W. Bush, and Stephen Higginson, nominated by Obama. The growing demand for protection for immigrants facing deportation highlights the urgent need for compassionate immigration reform. As advocates continue to push for change, the stories of those impacted serve as powerful reminders of the human side of immigration policy. Together, they illustrate the resilience and determination to seek a future free from fear, where all can contribute fully to American society. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, US Immigration News. We hope you are doing great. Well, in today's video, we will be talking about US immigration demand protection for immigrants shielded from deportation. The future of approximately 535,000 immigrants protected under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program is currently under scrutiny as 3 appellate judges hear arguments in New Orleans regarding the Biden administration policy shielding them from deportation. These individuals, often referred to as Dreamers, have stabilized lives in the US despite lacking citizenship or legal residency status, and they face the consistent threat of deportation. The appeal taking place in the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals stems from a lengthy legal battle over DACA's legitimacy. The program was first instituted by former President Barack Obama in 2012, aiming to provide relief for those brought to the US as children amidst congressional inaction on immigration reform. In response to ongoing legal challenges, President Joe Biden renewed the program, hoping to secure its future through judicial approval. However, in September 2023, US District Judge Andrew Hannon ruled that the executive branch overstepped its authority in creating DACA, blocking new application, while allowing current beneficiaries to maintain their status during the appeals process. Supporters of DACA, including beneficiaries and advocacy groups like United We Dream, argue that the Department of Homeland Security has the authority to set immigration policy and that the state challenging the program lack valid grounds for their lawsuits. Nina Peerless, a vice president of the Mexican American Legal Defenses and Education Fund, emphasized the point, noting that the challengers could not demonstrate any harm resulting from DACA. On the other hand, states like Texas, along with several Republican-led states, contend that they bear significant costs associated with providing healthcare, education, and other services to individuals allowed to remain in the country under DACA. The Texas Attorney General Office, which leads to the challenge against DACA, has claimed in court documents that these costs amount to hundreds of millions of dollars. The panel of judges hearing the case includes Jerry Smith, Edith Brown, Caramant, and Stephen Hutchinson, representing a mix of judicial appointments from a different administration. Their ruling is expected to be followed by an appeal to the US Supreme Court regardless of the outcome. This ongoing legal battle underscored the urgent need for a comprehensive immigration reform. In the US, advocates continue to press for change, emphasizing the personal stories of those affected, which serve as a poignant reminders of the human aspect of immigration policy. The resilience and determination of dreamers to secure a future free from fear exemplify the broader struggle for a fair and just immigration system where all can fully participate in society.